Thank you. Thank you for inspiring, huh?
Still doing your class, huh?
Class, yeah. It starts actually 6:45. Yeah, so that's we have going from good country where I went to. So I want to
Thank you. Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Jaya Giribara Dhari Jaya Giribara Dhari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Jaya Giribara Dhari Jaya Giribara Dhari Yasodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yasodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yasodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana Jamuna Tira Vanachari Jamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Nitai. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya Gurudev, 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev. Jai Ho Vishnupad Paramahansa Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Jai Ho Vishnupad Paramahansa His Divine Grace Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj Prabhupada Ki Jai. Anant Koti Vaishnavinda Ki Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Prem Se Kaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhaktavinda Ki Jai. Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopinath Shama Kund Radha Kund Giri Govardhan Ki Jai. Shri Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai. Shri Mathura Dham Ki Jai. Jagannath Puri Dham Ki Jai. Ganga Mai Ki Jai. Jamna Mai Ki Jai. Tulsi Devi Ki Jai. Bhakti Devi Ki Jai. Shri Shri Gornitai Ki Jai. Shri Shri Radha Goloka Nanda Ki Jai. Gaur Premanandi, Hari Hari Bol. All glories to assembled devotees. All glories to assembled devotees, Hare Krishna. All glories to assembled devotees, Hare Krishna. All glories to Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Prabhupada Ki Jai. Namo Vishwada Krishna Bhutla Shwata Kapal Vishwati Namni Prabhupada Sasayata Bhagavata Sa. Prasham Gata Sada Bhagavata Padate Nama. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So we are continuing our study of Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 68, the marriage of Samba. And the verses we're going to discuss today is 16 to 20. These verses are very brief and don't have a lot of, they're very much related, so we're going to just read 4 verses, and we're going to read the first one responsively. Gatva Gajahriyam Ramo Bhayopavanam Astita Udavam Preshyam Asa Dhritarashtram Bubutsvasaya Gatva Gajavayam Ramo Bhayo Pavanam Ashtita Uddhavam Preshayamasha Dhritarashram Babutsaya Gatva Gajavayam Ramo Bhayo Pavanam Ashtita Uddhavam Preshayamasa Dhritarashram Bhuvatsaya Gatva Gajavayam Ramo Bhayopavam Pavanam Ashtita Uddhavam Preshayamasha Dhritarashram Bhuvatsaya. Devotees. Word for word meaning. Oops. Disappeared. Okay. Sorry. Okay. Gatva, going. Gajavayam, to Hastinapur. Rama, Lord Balram. Bhaya, outside. Upvanam, in a garden. Astita, he stayed. Uddhavam, Uddhava. Preshayam Asha, he sent. Dhritarashtram, about Dhritarashtra. Bubutsaya, desiring to find out. Translation and purport by disciples of Srila Prabhupada. Jai Srila Prabhupada. Upon arriving at Hastinapur, Lord Balram remained in a garden outside the city and sent Uddhava ahead to probe King Dhritarashtra's intentions. Please repeat. Upon arriving at Hastinapur, Lord Balaram remained in a garden outside the city and sent Uddhava ahead to probe King Dhritarashtra's intentions. Purport. Srila Prabhupada writes, when Lord Balaram reached the precincts of the city of Hastinapur, he did not enter but stationed himself in a camp outside the city in a small garden house. Then he asked Uddhava to see the leaders of the Kuru dynasty and inquire from them whether they wanted to fight with the Yadu dynasty or to make a settlement. Next verse. So, Abhi Vandhyambika Putram Bhishmam Dronam cha Balikam Duryodhanam cha Vidhivat Ramam Agatam Abravit. After he had offered proper respects to the sons of Ambika, Dhritarashtra, and to Bhishma, Drona, Balika, and Duryodhan, Uddhava informed them that Lord Balaram had arrived. Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur points out that there is no reference here to Uddhava offering respect to Yudhishthir and his associates, since at that time the Pandavas were staying in Indraprastha. Teti pritastam akarnya praptam ramam suhritam tamam tam archayitva bhiyamyu sarvamangla panaya. Overjoyed to hear that Balaram, their dearmost friend, had come, they first honored Uddhava and then went forth to meet the Lord, carrying auspicious offerings in their hands. Purport. In Krishna, Srila Prabhupada writes, the leaders of the Kuru dynasty, especially Dhritarashtra and Duryodhan, were very joyful because they knew very well that Lord Balaram was a great well-wisher for their family. There were no bounds to their joy on hearing the news, and so they immediately welcomed Uddhava. In order to properly receive Lord Balaram, they all took in their hands auspicious paraphernalia for their reception and went to see him outside the city gate. Teti priyatastam akarnya praptam ramam suhrita tamam tam acharyatva bhiyayu sarvangla panaya. Overjoyed to hear that Balaram, their dearmost friend, had come, they first honored Uddhava and then went forth to meet the Lord, carrying auspicious offerings in their hands. In Krishna, Srila Prabhupada writes, the leaders of the Kuru dynasty, especially Dhritarashtra and Duryodhan, were very joyful because they knew very well that Lord Balaram was a great well-wisher of their family. There were no bounds of their joy on hearing the news, and so they immediately welcomed Uddhava. In order to properly receive Lord Balaram, they all took in their hands auspicious paraphernalia for his reception and went to see him outside the city gates. Oh, I'm just on the 20 now. 1068:20. Bandhum kusalina shrutva prishtva shivam anamayam prasparam sathuramo babase viklavam vacha. After both parties had heard that their relatives were doing well and both had inquired into each other's welfare and health, Lord Balaram forthrightly spoke to the Kurus as follows. Prabhupada writes, they all exchanged words of reception by asking one another of their welfare, and when such formalities were finished, Lord Balaram, in a great voice and very patiently, submitted before them the following words for their consideration. Om Agyantirmandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshuranmitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurue Namaha Shri Chaitanya Namo Bhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pashtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gaurvani Pacharine Nirvishesha Shunyamati Paschati Desitarine Vancha Kalpatarupascha Kripa Sindhu Bhayevacha Patita Nam Pamne Bhayo Vaishnave Bhayo Namo Nama Vancha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Jai Namo Vishnu Krishna Bhutli Cheta Gopal Krishna Saitya Namde Prabhu Tassa Saita Prakash Saita Sabachara Kasadu Namo Vishnu Krishna Bhutli Well, I'm a poor substitute for Amarendra Prabhu today, but please tolerate me and pray that I can say something useful, nowhere near what you could say. So, here we are. We've been talking about how Samba kidnaps the daughter of Kurus and at her swimwear, and then the Kurus fight with him and catch him and imprison him. So now, then the Yadavas get very excited and they're all ready to fight with the Kurus. But Lord Balaram, he doesn't want to have a fight. He wants to try diplomacy. And since he's got a good relationship with the Kurus, they all love him dearly, he's been the teacher, the club teacher of Duryodhan, and he's taught him, and he's always had a soft spot for Duryodhan. So he says he would go first, let him try. So here's Lord Balaram. He comes with his contingent, including Uddhava, and comes outside Hastinapur and sets camp and sends Uddhava to try to figure out what's going on inside. What are the feelings inside? It's kind of similar to when Lord Rama got back to Ayodhya. And it was 14 years since he had seen Bharat. Even though he had faith in Bharat and he's also all-knowing, the Lords somehow in these kind of leelas forget what's in the heart of the other person and try to play it as a normal material human being would. So they send an ambassador of some sort to find out what's going on. So Lord Rama sent Hanuman to get a feel for how Bharat was feeling at this point. Did he want Ram to come back? Did he want Ram to take on the throne again? So similarly, Lord Balaram sends Uddhav, and when 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 Uddhava goes in and tells them that Lord Balaram is outside, they're all very delighted. They expect all good things because they always think Balaram is their well-wisher and they hope he will take their side. But the Lord, he's fair. He's not going to take a side against the other if it wasn't dharmic. So, but they all think that this is all good. So they greet Uddhava in the best of the hospitality in the Vedic times. And after they have greeted Uddhava, they all prepare to go out, greet Lord Balaram, welcome him to their city. So he goes through, Uddhava greets everyone according to their status, their age, their position in the family, in the hierarchy. And so he starts with Grandfather Bhishma and goes down with Rashtra and others and greets accordingly. For somebody like Grandfather Bhishma, he would offer prostrate obeisances, and then his peers like Duryodhana and all, he would greet accordingly. It's like when Bhagavad Gita says, treat everyone equally, samdarshina, pandita samdarshina. So Prabhupada says, when pandita samdarshina means, it doesn't mean that you treat a dog and Srila Prabhupada the same. You see the soul the same, but you don't treat the same. It's according to their position in the whole society. So it's the same kind of behavior we do on all of the various treatments. So they all come out with different paraphernalia. Not everyone knows the position of Lord Balaram. Not all of them know that he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Not all of them know how to greet him. But they follow the elders, they follow the learned. So they follow the behavior of Bhishma Dev. And Bhishma Dev, knowing that Lord Balaram is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he offers prostrate obeisances. So everybody from Hastinapur offers obeisances. They offer him all of these wonderful gifts that they brought out, the cows, jewelry, water, and they bow down to him, they worship him, and and show their great love for Lord Balaram. And everybody asks after everybody else's, well, how they're doing, how is their family doing, how are the children doing. Everybody who's there, they ask there, but then everybody back home, how are they doing? And that's something we all emulate. We ask after each other's well-being before we get into anything more. So that's what they did. And then Lord Balaram starts talking to them about what he's there for. So we're not going to get into that part of it, but we will talk of these, we'll continue talking about these 4, 5 ones. So the Lord is a well-wisher. They're well-wishers. Tamam, they say he's the topmost well-wisher of all of these. And it is said that Lord Balaram is a well-wisher who is an unconditional well-wisher. Lord Balaram does not put any conditions to his protection of us. Krishna, on the other hand, asks for surrender. Krishna says, surrender unto me. Sarvdharman parityaja mam ekam sharanam vraja. Lord Balaram does not do that. And we could say, some people actually say, well, how come Krishna is always putting these various conditions? But he's fully putting all the various conditions for our benefit. He's very, very generous. And when we surrender to him, he totally reciprocates. But he demands complete surrender to him. Lord Balaram does not. And he has this Suhita Tamam, he's just well-wishers of everybody, complete well-wishers. And therefore, he manifests himself in this world in the form of spiritual masters, so that he can come close to the conditioned living entities who question Bhagavad Gita. Why is Krishna saying surrender to me? And yes, without the guidance of the spiritual masters, we living entities cannot understand that. Our egos come into me. I know discussing this with a young friend, like when we were young in our high school days with a friend, and wondered why Krishna is so full of ego. Why does he think we all need to, worship him? Why he thinks we should surrender to him. It just seemed like on a material platform, as we would think. But it's only by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada, representative of Balaram. Balaram himself manifests as the spiritual master. He manifests himself as all of the paraphernalia so that we can worship their lordships, so that we can surrender, we can learn to surrender to Krishna. So he's always there for all of that. And if we pray to Lord Balaram, we can get the guidance. He teaches us how to surrender to Krishna. Lord Balaram is, I'll go back a bit. The surrender part of it is one of the most difficult things. Okay? Lord Krishna says, surrender. But then we have Lord Chaitanya, who doesn't tell us to surrender. He just tells us to chant. Do Nagar Sankirtan, chant. And of course, he knows that by doing that, the surrender comes. In his Lord Chaitanya's discussions with Ramanand Roy, when Ramanand Roy says, he's talking about what is important, and he says, surrender. He says, no, go on, this is, Ultimately, he comes to Nagar Sankirtan and chanting of the holy name. And once they're chanting the holy name, the devotees get inspired and chant, spread the word, and then, irrespective of their conditioning, they become surrendered to Krishna. So it's the simplest way to get there. And even in the Chaitanya Leela, who is there to guide us best? Nityananda Ram. Lord Balaram as Nityananda Ram. He's the one who shows the most mercy. We see that in the pastime of Jagai and Madai. Because they disrespected and hurt Nityananda, Lord Chaitanya was very angry. And he could have delivered them at that point. He took his Sudarshan Chakra, he was about to deliver them, liberate them. But Lord Nityananda stopped him and prevented or saved them from the wrath of Lord Chaitanya. So Nityananda Prabhu is there, and he's Lord Balaram. He's the topmost deliverer. And we get, even to him we go through through our spiritual masters. And in Chaitanya Charitamrita, there are a lot of glories of Nityananda Ram. In Adilila chapter 5, there are a lot of glories. We don't have a lot of time to talk about those. The time has just gone. I was hoping to read from Chaitanya Bhagavat the glorification that Lord Chaitanya does of Nityananda Ram. Lord Chaitanya glorifies Nityananda Prabhu. And so I was going to read this whole chapter, but I'm going to see if I can pick out a few. And he says, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says, I offer my respectful obeisance to my worshipful Lord and spiritual master, Sri Nityananda Rai, by whose mercy the transcendental pastimes of Lord Sri Chaitanya become spontaneously manifest. With 1,000 tongues, we should insensately glorify the Supreme Lord Balaram, Nityananda Ram, because his 1,000 mouths as Anant Shesh constantly glorify Lord Krishna. Lord Balaram is Krishna himself, but he is also the supreme devotee, supermost, topmost devotee. And Nityananda Ram is the same. And Anant Shesh, who is an expansion of Lord Balaram, is carrying Lord Balaram, Lord Mahavishnu. He's also carrying all kinds of universes. So he's constantly glorifying Lord Krishna, and even with his 1,000 mouths, he cannot glorify Krishna. So who are we to glorify Krishna, or Balaram for that matter, with our one mouth? So just as priceless gems are kept in secure custody, so also the invaluable jewel of knowledge about Krishna's pastimes is kept safely in the mouth of Anantashesh, Anantadev. Therefore, the tongue which initially glorifies Balaram will automatically be qualified to vibrate the transcendental pastimes of Sri Chaitanya. So, the Supreme Lord Haladar holds his 1,000 hoods like snakes. He is a gigantic figure and the source of all inspiration. As Nityananda, he is fully transcendental and eternally existent, intoxicated by the nectar of Sri Chaitanya. Whoever sings or hears about Nityananda's supermundane character is offered the supreme shelter of Lord Chaitanya. And with that, we will end this class, Srimad Bhagavatam ki Jai, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai, and we will see in the next verses how these devotees who worship Balaram don't surrender to him and do not follow his instructions. Jai Nitai, Jai Balaram, Jai. All glories to Prabhupada. Jai Srila Prabhupada. Shri Shri Radha Goloka Nanda ki Jai.
Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami. Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami.
sundarangam Tandar Agong Vitamania Vishesha Shobha
Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami
Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami Angani Yasa Sakale Priya Priti Manti Vasyanti Panti Kayanti Chiraganti Ananda Chinmaya Sadhu Jala Vigrahasya Govindam
Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami
Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami Govindam Adipurusham
Namamishwaram Sachin Anandarupam Lasat Kundaram Gokule Rajamanam Yasora Violukala Dabamanam Padam Rasam Hatyan Sato Drutya Gopyam Urudantam Muhurnetrayumam Rajantam Kadambojayume Nasatankanetram Muhushvashakam patire kankakantam Stitagraivam damodaram bhaktipadam Itindrik svalila virananda kunde Svagoshami majantam akyapayantam Itindrik svalila virananda Shita Yeshu Bhatarji Tattvam Puna Prema Tastam Sata Vriti Vande Vadam Deva Mokshana Moshavadimba Nachanyan Grinhe Hamvade Shadapiya Teva Purnata Gopala Pala Sadhame Manasya Virastam Kimanyai Idam te mukam bojaradyan sanilar Vritan kuntalai snigdara chashagopyam Idam te mukam bojaradyan sanilar Vritan kuntalai snigdara Mushtum bitam bimvara tadarame Manasya virastam alam lakshalabhay Namo Deva Damodarananta Vishnu Prasida Prabho Dukha Jalabhimanam Namo Deva Damodarananta Vishnu Prasida Prabho Dukha Kripa Dristi Visyati Dinapatanu Grihane Shamama Gyane Yakshi Drisyai Kripa Dristi Visyati Dinapatanu Shamama Gyane Yakshi Drisyai Kuvera Vajavada Murtai Vayatvat Tvayamochito Bhakti Vajakrito Cha Tata Prema Bhaktim Svagame Prayacham Namo Shegrahame Sridhamodareyam Tata Prema Bhaktim Svagame Prayacham Namaste Sudhamne Spuradipti Damne Tvadhiyatarayata Vishvasadamne Namaste Sudhamne Spuradipti Damne Tvadhiyatarayata Vishvasadamne Lasat kundaram gokule brajamanam. Yasoda bialukala davamanam padam dristamathyanta taujutyagopyam. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Radha Goloka Nanda Radha Goloka Nanda Radhe. Jaya Radha Goloka Nanda Radha Goloka Nanda Radhe. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada. Jaya Guru Deva, Jaya Guru Deva, Jaya Guru Deva, Jaya Guru Deva. To the Supreme Controller, who possesses an eternal form of blissful knowledge, whose glistening earrings swing to and fro, who manifested himself in Gokula, who stole the butter that the gopis kept hanging from the rafters of their storeroom, and who then quickly jumped up and ran in retreat in fear of Mother Yashoda, was ultimately caught. That Supreme Lord Sri Damodar, I offer my humble obeisances. And seeing his mother's whipping stick, He cried and rubbed his eyes again and again with his 2 lotus hands. His eyes were fearful and his breathing quick. And another showed filled his belly with ropes. He shivered in fright, and his pearl necklace shook. The Supreme Lord, Damodar, I honor by his devotees' love. I offer my humble obeisances. Super excellent pastimes of Lord Krishna's babyhood drowned the inhabitants in Gokula in pools of ecstasy. To the devotees who are attracted only to this majestic aspect of Narayan and Vaikuntha, the Lord herein reveals, I am conquered and overwhelmed by pure loving devotion. Supreme Lord Damodar, my obeisances hundreds and hundreds of times. O Lord, although you are able to give all kinds of benedictions, I do not pray to you for liberation, nor eternal life in Vaikuntha, nor any other boon. Yet unaware that your childhood pastimes may constantly appear in my mind. O Lord, I do not even know to know your feature of Paramatma.